Hey guys, I know so many of you are doing the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And so I've been getting messages asking me just my input and how I've become a leader and some things that have worked for me. So thanks so much for considering me as someone that you would look up to and even ask questions to. And so I created this quick video so I could share those things with you. So I believe it's in chapter 1. There's a list of questions and I'm just going to answer them here. And I'm also going to answer the questions in chapter 3, just so you have them. So chapter 1, the first question is, when did you first see yourself as a leader? And I would say it was actually at a very young age. I believe for me, leadership has come really naturally, but it's always something that I work on developing because I definitely have areas of strength and I definitely have areas of weakness. For me personally, even in elementary school, I was always someone that wanted to volunteer for something, be in charge of things, kind of just coordinate things. And so at a very young age, in early elementary school, I saw myself as a leader. Question number 2, what are some of the greatest challenges that you faced as a leader? I think for me, it's the same for everybody that, there's times when I don't feel like doing things. When I was pregnant, when I was throwing up and I just didn't want to go to a meeting or I didn't want to get on the phone. It's sort of the same thing, I think, for everybody. It's just kind of overcoming the things that you would rather do versus doing the things that are going to be a blessing to your business or a blessing to whatever you're leading long term. Another challenge for me that is hard is that, I'm by nature sort of a people pleaser. And so when I have to have difficult conversations with people, that is definitely something that can be tricky for me. Question number 3, what has contributed to your growth as a leader? For me personally, what's contributed most to me has been just real conversations with people that I respect as leaders, people that will tell me the honest truth. Janelle, when you do that, it's not effective. It actually drives people away. Janelle, you might want to step up in that. Okay, I know you're having a hard time with this, but I'm going to encourage you to do that. And sometimes, in the moment, it sort of hurts me just a bit because it shows me that I'm not perfect and I have things to work on. But in the long run, I have always been really thankful for those friends and leaders that have taken the time to say, Janelle, why don't you do this? Because it's definitely grown me and shaped me as a person and as a leader. Number 4, what are you currently doing to grow as a leader? I am always reading, always trying to read. And, by nature, I read things and then don't finish them. So I really am trying to do more accountability with reading. That's definitely something that works for me. Just like this 21 Laws of Irrefutable Leadership, if I were to read it on my own, I don't know if I would finish it. But doing it with other people, it motivates me to finish it and do it well because I knew that they're going to ask me questions and I'm going to ask them questions. So sort of book accountability. I'm always talking to other leaders. I'm constantly talking to other jewels just to get their feedback. Hey, I'm trying this. What do you think? Just trying to refine systems and that kind of stuff. And number 5, what is the biggest piece of advice that you would have for someone who aspires to be an effective leader? I would say, always remember that leadership and management are not the same thing. Managing people is one thing. Managing people is sort of task orientated. It's about getting a certain job done, whereas leadership is more about inspiring people and helping people to become a better version of themselves, helping people to rise up and rise above just the task and really helping people see the big picture. Effective leaders are consistent. Effective leaders lead by example. So if you're telling your team to do something, you better make sure that you do it. One thing Melissa Eichenhorst always says is, you strive to be the strongest person on your team. And, there are some awesome, amazing, strong people on my team, and they inspire me and they kick me in the butt because I don't want to be the weak link. If I'm the leader, I need to be the strongest person. So those are all the answers to the questions in the beginning of 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And I'm also going to answer questions in chapter 3 since I've gotten some messages about those. Question number 1, what made you decide to enter into the field which you are successful? Many of you know my story, but if you don't, basically I got married in July 2013. and lost a bunch of weight like most brides do. And then right after I got married, I gained it all back and then some. So by November, I was feeling uncomfortable, embarrassed, and not happy with myself. And I had watched my friend Jamie Holbert post about Plexus for about 6 weeks until I decided to jump in. And I just jumped in solely to get the discount, solely to lose some weight. I had no desire to have a business. I was a teacher with a master's degree, very well respected in my field, had no desire at all to start a business. But Jamie encouraged me and said, maybe you can make enough money to cover the cost of your product. And so I thought, well, we really can't afford the product, so why don't I try that? And I started sharing, and then soon after I started to realize, hey, this is not too hard. Maybe if I really try this, I could really make some real money. And so that's kind of how I started with Plexus. Number 2, who are some of your mentors? So in the Plexus world, my mentors are the girls that I talk to almost every day. They're the other jewels on our team. So Melissa Eichenhorst, our Diamond Ambassador, Diamond Upline, Kim Tharp, Jamie Holbert, and Stephanie Murray are all emeralds alongside that I stand with alongside, and hopefully we'll all be sapphire very soon. But these are girls that I talk to literally every day. We message almost every single day, and so they are like my femtors, my friend mentors. The girls that'll keep it real and kind of kick me in my butt, and we kind of are mutually encouraging when we're going through whatever we're going through. Outside of Plexus, my other mentors would be my husband. He is an incredible fountain of wisdom and will definitely be honest with me and help me work through things. And then my pastor and one of our best friends, Jonathan Belima, is, again, someone who is so gifted in leadership, such a visionary, and is one of those people that has had very hard conversations with me, encouraged me to just rise above my own emotions, rise above my own, people pleasing, and has really, really challenged me to be a leader that beyond what I was performing as. Question number 3, what 5 books have made the greatest impact on your leadership? I'm just, definitely the Bible is a number 1 for me because I live my life according to the Word, and God knows what He's talking about, and it's all about integrity, and loving people. That's kind of just my heartbeat, breathing hope into people. And so the Bible is huge for me in just my everyday living, and that obviously trickles into my business and the way I lead. Another book has been How to Win Friends and Influence People. I highly recommend you read this book because this has been so helpful for me, particularly in dealing with difficult conversations with people. Just how to handle responding to negativity, responding to people that don't listen, but still loving them and saying it in a way that they'll receive. That book has really, really helped me in dealing with difficult people in particular, and really expressing concern with people. The book that you're reading right now, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, has been great to kind of pinpoint again, ways that we can fall into management mode versus leadership mode. And then in the network marketing field, How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins is one of my favorites. I just love the tips and tools she gives in there. And GoPro is another awesome kind of dive all in, let's make the most of this business book. Those 5 books I'd highly recommend. And then lastly, 4, what daily learning or self-improvement habits do you have? Number 1 new thing that I'm doing is before I go to bed at night, I make a to-do list for the next day. So that kind of keeps me on track, especially having a newborn. It's really easy for me to get distracted and feel like I have to do all kinds of things. And it's hard for me sometimes to feel like I've actually accomplished something in the day. But if I make a to-do list at night for the next morning, then I feel like I'm on track and I know exactly what I need to do the next day. So that's one thing. Daily learning, like I said, I'm reading constantly. I'm in communication with other leaders. And that's kind of the main things that I'm working on, trying to eat, make better choices as far as healthy living, eating right, and exercise. So I hope these things are helpful for you. I'm so thankful that you are taking your business seriously and taking your leadership seriously. And I'm praying for you guys always. Have a good day. Bye.